This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Virginia McConnell.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast Live. Are you in need of a content house network? One might be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Joe D'Angelo, with Maven Mansion, Maven Modeling, and Maven Mastermind. How are you? How's it going?
It's good. Thanks for having me on.
All right, awesome. Yeah, we're excited to learn about you and your business. Can you tell us more about your company?
What started out as just a basic content house has since evolved. We host events, we host photo shoots, things of that nature for those in our creative space. We have since become vertically integrated with our own internal modeling agency, providing opportunities for local models to do, a lot of the stuff that we do is not standard content. And that doesn't mean like adult content or anything like that. We're doing more, I guess the best way we can describe it is we focus on high status networking. And that's opened a lot of doors for us through raising our social capital. And the gist of it is we provide opportunities for models with those in the entrepreneurial space through the modeling agency. And one example of that is we can put you onto Zoom calls, Teams meetings where high ticket closers are working with other entrepreneurs, business to business deals, and they're going to borrow from your halo effect, and it helps raise their closing rates. And in some cases, as much as 43%.
Wow.
So that's one opportunity. Other things we do, so we still do the standard promotional modeling. We're building an elite travel team right now to come to Miami with us, for example. Eventually, there will be interstate travel involved, going out to Miami or to Vegas, things like that. But we're not quite there yet. But with the content house, going back kind of the basics, we do a lot of luxury events, a lot of networking events with fellow entrepreneurs. We've occasionally do, I think you may have been there when we were doing some marketing for one of our in-kind sponsors.
Just the drink.
We're all just kind of hanging out.
Yeah,
we were just all hanging out, had some fun, and next thing you know, they brought in some swag. It's like, why don't we do content? We have a content house. We're doing an event. We got models running around everywhere.
Right.
Threw on a tank top, threw on one of the hats, and some of the models did some sponsorship videos. So it was a really good deal. So they help us out. We help them out. Everybody kind of just benefits from being in the network. On the mastermind side, since you mentioned it, with the other entrepreneurs, there's, I think, 5 of us on Sundays. We'll meet for about 2 hours, and we just kind of cover each other's skill and knowledge gaps. So we learned this through my network out in Vegas, who learned it from Dan Fleischman himself. He's kind of the expert when it comes to doing business masterminds. And now we actually have the opportunity to open this up to the public, where for a small fee, you can hop on and you're going to get the attention of 5 experienced entrepreneurs.
Very cool. Very cool. You have a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
How did you get into all of this?
That's a long story.
Yeah.
Short version is I was running meetup events and ended up meeting a model at one of the events I was hosting. We were actually at we got a special deal for hip hop dancing lessons. So we did it as a meetup event. Got to talking to one of the models. She found out I was running another meetup group for models for photography events, and we just sort of like hit it off, combined the 2 networks together, and we were off to the races. Through my Vegas network, that was where we first started kind of putting the pieces together for Maven. And that is kind of an evolution of how things kind of went. Started out with the photography, bumped into a model, paired those together, found another content house out west we kind of learned from, and just it all evolved over time.
Okay. And so what are some myths or misconceptions in your industries?
Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that you might hear about a content house industry is true. A lot of the negatives. And this is why we've kind of cultivated our core values that we have today. So there's a lot of bad actors in this industry. I used to joke that the majority of guys who become photographers do it because they want to, hook up with the models. And we were very aware of that. I didn't realize how bad it was until I saw it firsthand. In a couple of instances, there were some really, really bad outcomes. So we aim to fix that. Our first core value is sanctuary first. If the models aren't safe, if they don't feel comfortable, then you're failing at your job. And there's another photographer in town. He's been kind of on top of this as well. He's doing good things, calling out a lot of the bad actors in this industry.
Yeah, I know you guys do a really good job of making people feel safe and the models feel good and like being there, myself included. So I appreciate that a lot and standing out in that way. So who are your target customers and how do you attract them?
Other entrepreneurs, anybody that needs content for a brand. That's really our principal customer base. So people that like to have fun, can cut loose, but they can do it in a controlled environment. And that's another thing we've kind of come to terms with was there is a lot of fun to be had in this industry, but you got to do it in a safe way. And this kind of goes into our second core value with the high status networking, which kind of piggybacks on with the first core value. When we bring people to an event or people come to one of our events, we're going to screen. So it's a very exclusive crowd at our events, the ones that we host. And we get invited to very exclusive high-end events because of that. It's this reciprocal kind of thing. Again, when we want to bring the models in for an event, we want to be able to make sure everybody's comfortable and they can let their hair down and they know the guys aren't going to creep on them. And similarly, when we have athletes, celebrities, really high net worth individuals, they need to feel comfortable that the girls aren't going to go googly-eyed and, oh my God, that's so-and-so. No, they can relax too and, just be normal human beings for a change. That's the reciprocation of that sanctuary first protocol. And it also kind of, like I said, allows us to navigate this high status networking and this high net worth network that we've kind of fallen into. That's the core gist of like what our events are kind of like, how we structure it. We just want to make sure everybody's safe, everybody feels comfortable, we can all have fun together. And that actually has paid a lot of dividends.
Yeah. In many ways, I'm sure. Have you ever thought about doing your own podcast?
We are in the process of putting the studio together right now. Actually, this new mic right here is going to be part of that.
Cool.
Realistically, we just need to get a couple of hardware items, and I would have been in there today, but we're still waiting on Amazon. Yep.
Okay. Joe, tell our listeners one thing they should remember about the Maven family.
Exclusivity. We're very protective of our people. I'll give an example. We went to Miami, and I told everybody up front, look, you're our guests. Your safety is our responsibility. If you want to hang out with us, that's great. If you want to go do your own thing, that's fine. But it limits our ability to run defense if you're not here physically present with us. And those that stayed with us, we had no issues. Thankfully, everybody that kind of broke off and did their own thing, they were fine too. But as a dad, as an NCO, I do want to look out for my people. And if I am kind of like in a position where I can't do that, I don't like it. So maybe sometimes I get a little too animated. But to go back to your original question, what was that again? Because I kind of went on a little detour.
Yeah, no. If you could tell our listeners one thing that they could remember about.
Well, we're based here in Oldsmar, so we service all of Tampa Bay. So if you need to get content, if you want to meet the Maven network of our models, photographers, the agencies, the brands, everybody that we're kind of linked in with, hit me up on Instagram. The easiest way to hit me up is Real Joe D on Instagram or Maven_mansion. But we do a lot of social events. We also do some charity events too that people don't know about.
Okay, awesome. And how can our listeners learn more?
Instagram. Yeah. That's the easiest way to get a hold of us.
Okay, awesome. Well, Joe, I really appreciate you being on the show. We wish you and your companies the best moving forward.
You too.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpsarasota.com. That's gnpsarasota.com or call 941-949-1865.
I forgot to talk